Good morning, people. I know what you're thinking. Sure is early there in Phoenix, Arizona, and you're right. I've been up since about 1:30 Arizona time. I thought, wow, I might as well just come in here after my coffee and have some water, and I come over here and start finishing this thing out. I need to finish boring this out. I bored it out with a 2 3/8 inch bit to come and take some of that meat out of there, and now I'm gonna take the rest of this meat out of here. So, good morning, everybody. I know there's some people up already back in the back east states, whatnot. The people that do watch me and chime in once in a while. And so I got a couple people already popping in. It looks like or popped out. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm making a bowl, finishing it. I started it yesterday. Had to cut it short, and I'm about ready to finish boring this out. I got a good amount of the meat out of there already, and we're just going to continue to march on this. So. Yeah, golly, good morning. Watch from Puerto Rico. Hey, thank you for popping in here, man. Or girl. I can't see. Watching you. Awesome. Very good. Thank you all for coming in. But yeah, we'll get started here in a minute. This is Shedua wood here. It's Shedua, Shedua, something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but well, thank you. You do lathe work also? Let me get my eyes on here so I can see who I'm talking to. Apparently, people are just in and out. Well, people are in and out here. So, yeah, love lathe work. Awesome. Watching for pretty okay. All right, yeah. Bunch of people in and out. So, you're just say hi. Where you from? Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to get started in here and start carving the rest of this out. So, if you ask me a question, I may not. I'll look up periodically so I can see. Hi there, Joey. Joey Tracy, I guess. So thank you for coming in. Good morning from Maine. My goodness, have mercy. Is it still cold up there? I don't know yet. It's going to be about around 100 degrees today in Phoenix, Arizona. Just making a little bowl, Joey. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to finish carving this out. I've already bored it out, and I'm going to take the rest of the meat out of here to give it more of a concave effect. Wow, Eddie Booger. Well, my name's Ed, so I go by Ed. My middle name's Edward. I don't go by my first name. Never have. So, yeah. Thank you for coming in, man. Eddie Booger. Yeah. Like I said, I have a lot of people popping in and popping out. So just stop and say hi. Where you from? Let me know. I got someone as far as Maine. That's a long ways. I've never been to Maine. Been close. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate you, man. Minnesota. Awesome, Joey. Yeah, Minnesota. Golly, some cold states. Yeah, it's a warm one here. We got beautiful winters, hot summers. We have two seasons, hot and cold, and we don't. Our cold's not as cold as back east, obviously, but it gets a little chilly here once in a while. Some of our plants will freeze up and die once in a while during the winter time. So you know how that goes. We forget to cover them up because we're not used to getting that cold where the plants will be affected by it. So we lose a few plants here and there once in a while, but not anywhere cold like you guys. It's 20. Oh man, 22 degrees out there. Wow. Yeah, it's right now in my garage. Now I have a cooler here, if you can see it, that I can cool myself off. Uh, but right now it's about 80 in my garage. I do have the garage door open a little bit, um, just for some cooler air to come in here from outside. I don't know what it is out there right now. probably in the 60s, maybe 70 out there. It was 80 last week. Oh, that's pretty warm. We're back there. Yeah. But, yeah, we're going to get started here in a minute. But I started this yesterday morning, and I've already got a shape on it. I did some sanding down here. This is an exotic wood, and it's called Shedua, S-H-E-D-U-A. You can try to pronounce it. I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly, but either way, it's going to be pretty. It kind of looks like a little bit of oak, but with a darker grain, similar. But this oak to me is probably the hardest wood that I've carved, and then I've had a couple other exotic woods that are really hard. The leopard wood and the purple heart is two of the toughest woods that I've had to carve out. But either way, it's pretty rough and tough. But this is not bad. This has been carving out pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and start popping some of this wood out of here. We're gonna make it a little bit deeper and larger here. I'm gonna scoop this out. I've already bored it out with a 2 3/8 bit to get some of that meat out of there, so I didn't have to carve it out. I just have to finish it up. It is 3:07 in the morning, and I'm retired, so my sleep pattern is whack, you know. And I've been up since about 1:30. I've had some coffee, and now I'm drinking a bottle of water. And I thought, well, I'll just come wait till a little bit later, so I could probably have a few people here from back east, more than likely, which I see that. And then, yeah, it's pretty early. But, you know, I could sleep when I want. Get tired, go lay down. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in here and hanging out with me for a little while. I imagine some of you have to get ready and go to work. But if you do, have a wonderful day at work. Yeah. Hurricane. I'm looking at people's names here. Hurricane. Yeah, okay, you're DADD 2021. Whoever. Yeah. Big. Yeah. Different people are just popping in and popping out, so I can't. Their names are on there, and then they leave, so that's okay. All right, let's get started. Excuse me. Excuse me. My shield is a little dirty, so I'm going to clean off my mask here. Forgot to do that. Good old Windex. Hardest and easiest woods for me, I love walnut. Walnut is beautiful wood to work with. Um, just my opinion. Everyone's got their own little thing, but I've tried a fair amount of wood, but so far walnut's one of my favorites by far. And limba is a good wood. I haven't turned any maple yet. I want to do that. I understand that turns real nice also. The hardest is probably oak. The exotic wood would be leopard wood and purple heart. Those are hard to work with at this point that I've used. So that's all I can tell you. But I love walnut. It's not only is it beautiful wood, but it just carves out nice, smooth, real smooth. And so I don't know if you're a wood turner or not, but that's what I can tell you. Joey Tracy 21. How you doing? Appreciate you all coming in. I see a lot of people are popping in and popping out. I know a lot of people are up right now getting ready to go to work and whatnot. They got their little ticker talker going, but just stop and say hi and where you're from. I would appreciate that. I like that when someone says, "Hey, I'm so and so, and I'm from Maine or something," and they pop out. That's fine, but it's okay. Yeah, walnut, probably my favorite so far. So far, like I said, I still have a lot of wood I want to work with. Uh, I want to try. I haven't tried any zebra wood. This is pretty hard stuff too. Not too bad, but it's tough. But it's not as hard as oak by any means. This is an exotic wood. Shedua, Shedua. That's how you spell it. I don't know how to pronounce it well. I'm sure I'm not spelling or pronouncing it properly, but that's my best shot at it. Shedua. I am doing wonderful, Joey. I've been up since about 1:30 Arizona time. It's just 3:15 Arizona time. Anyways, Phoenix, and doing great. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a warm day, but that's the way it is in Phoenix, Arizona. So we've already hit 100 here and there. Uh, yesterday was about 98, I think, high. Well, it's as far as woodworking goes, pretty much since I was a kid. My dad was a carpenter. But as far as turning on a lathe, I've only been doing it on and off for 15 months approximately. Uh, and I have my good, bad, and uglies. But it's always a learning process every time you do something, and every wood is different, and so you learn from your mistakes. You know how it is. We all do that, but that's part of the process. But I make other things. I don't just turn bowls, but since I bought my lathe, I've been kind of addicted to it. you know. But thank you for asking that, Joey. Appreciate you, man. Um, yeah, awesome. Thank you for the follows. Okay, but it's like people are popping in, popping out. That's okay. Just say hi and where you're from. I appreciate it. I like to know where people are from. I try to remember people that are on here constantly. I try to remember your name and where you're from. I sometimes don't. I usually try to write some of it down if I see you on there all the time. But yeah, yeah. I just do this for fun. I don't do this. I don't. I've never sold anything that I've made on the lathe. People are kind of been encouraging me to go that direction. My son lives in New York, Lawrence. He lives in Schenectady. My oldest boy, the oldest one of my 5 kids, he lives out there. Yep, sure enough, Schenectady, New York. I'd never even heard of it, let alone trying to pronounce that. Schenectady. That's a unique name. New York. What part of New York from, if you don't mind me asking? If you're still here? Yeah, you're still here. Gotta turn my fan on here. I'm getting a little warm. Did you say you're from Schenectady? Really? I think my son lives on Wendell. You know that hospital? He lives right across the street from the hospital. I mean, you could walk across the street and you're at that hospital. And then there's that little convenience store. What do they call it? What's the name of those? Stewart's or something like that? I think it is. There's a little store down the road from that. Yeah, and yeah, I remember I would have to walk down there and get an ice cream with my granddaughter. Yeah, right there, man. And he lives right on the corner. He's got this big old red brick house. It's been there for about almost 100 years. Yeah, that's where my son lives. Bingo. Right there across the street. There's some nice houses over there. Beautiful. Been there forever. I bet you know exactly where it is. That's the main hospital there. Good grief. What's the chance of meeting somebody from Schenectady? That's insane. Yeah, my son lives right there, man. I've been there, I think 3 times for sure that I remember. Maybe more, maybe 4 at best. Yeah, yeah. He's at that right there across the street. You can walk. You can, yeah, see it. So that's where it is. Exactly. 1 in a million chance, my friend. Oh, Lawrence, I appreciate you popping in, man. Chris Hall, how you doing, bud? Hope everything's good. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. I appreciate you guys coming in. But I'm going to get popping on here again. I got to keep carving this thing out. I'll look up periodically to see if you got any questions or you can talk amongst each other, get to know one another. That's what I tell people to do. Exchange recipes. Just kidding. I'll probably wake up my wife chiseling away at this, but I don't think she can hear me. She's back in the bedroom. While I'm out here playing. Yeah. Phoenix, he's from Phoenix. I'm from Arizona, and my son's from Arizona, and he lives there, and in Schenectady. That's why I call myself Ed the Desert Rat. It's kind of a thing we call ourselves. If you're from the Arizona, Phoenix, the desert, you're a desert rat. It's just anybody that lives out here long enough to probably heard that term before. Yeah, we're desert rats. That means we live out in the desert. It's just so that's how my little logo came about is Ed the Desert Rat, and I call my woodworking stuff Desert Rat Wood Creations. But like I said, it's not a business. I do this for fun. I give stuff away to family and friends for gifts and birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, Arizona is a nice state. It's beautiful. They have so many different types of terrain throughout the whole state. It changes. Um, so the only thing we don't have is the ocean. But yeah, come on out to Arizona sometime. I would not come out in the summer because you probably might not like that. But any other time is pretty good for the most part. It's really the weather's nice. Up north it gets cold because the elevation goes up. See, in Phoenix in the summertime we can go and get out of the heat. We just go up north, and the elevation goes up to 5,000 plus. But down here it's hotter than you know what, and but yeah, it's nice to be able to get out. A lot of states you can't go in the summertime and get out of the cool or out of the heat and go to somewhere cool because the elevation's all about the same. But out here we can't. you know. Hey, William, how you doing, buddy? I'm up early, dude. I'm trying to finish this bad boy up. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think I'd be out here this early, but I woke up at 1:30 my time, and I started this about 25 minutes ago. And I thought, well, shoot, I know somebody will be out there because a lot of people are up in the back east already, in 3 hours different. So, how old is my son that's down there? Oh, in Schenectady. Yeah, he's 43. My son is 43. Did I have that right? 40, yeah, 43. He was born in 76. If that, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. So, yeah, yeah. My son is 43. He's my oldest of the five kids. My youngest twins are 29. You know, I am making a little bowl. I'm just finished scooping this thing out. I've sanded this out here, and I pretty much like the shape. You probably can't see it, but I always do a 1 minute reveal in a day or so after I do the finish, in case depending on what kind of finish I put on there, if I need drying time. Oh, you're gonna meet Larry today, aka Bama. Yeah, awesome. Tell him I said hey. All right, bud. You guys must live close together in the same town, somewhat. Andrew, how you doing, Andrew? Well, my goodness. Yeah, I just thought I'd come out here, whittle away. I know my wife will be up in about an hour and a half or so. Oh, you both have. Well, good. Now have a cup of coffee for me. you know, enjoy yourself, man. Have a safe trip too. Hey, Richie, how you doing? That is forever. I think that's with Mike. How you doing, Mike? Somebody's popping in, popping out. Try to say hi, at least. stick around. I ain't doing anything crazy, but just finish scooping this thing out. I'm getting there. It's just kind of hard. It's grabbing a little bit. I probably need to go sharpen my tool again. I've already sharpened it before, but I might have to go over there and put an edge on it. Yeah, talk amongst yourself. I am Sparky. Well, I am Sparky. How you doing, Sparky? I guess you're still here. You drink coffee? I do drink coffee. I don't know if you're talking to me. I assume you are. Yes, I've already had my coffee. Now I got a bottle of water over here that I drink a lot of water after my coffee. I drink like 3 or 4 bottles of water, especially in the summertime. I like my water. Yes, we drink coffee. I quit drinking tea months ago just because my sleep is so bad. I thought I'd cut out some of the caffeine. I don't think it helped much. I'll sleep 3 or 4 hours, get up, and then take a geezer nap later on. Yeah, Joey Tracy. Yeah, we like coffee. I don't drink it all day. I have some in the morning. That's it. Once in a while in the wintertime, I'll have me and my wife will split a cup of coffee so we don't stay up too, keep us awake too much. Wood turning. I bought the lathe in February of 2000. And so I don't do it every day, but about 15 months, I guess, we're going on, something like that. But no, I don't do it every day. Some guys just live on the lathe. Like yesterday, I worked on it for about an hour and a half, and here I am trying to finish it up this morning. But, I'm getting better, but you always run into challenges when you use different woods, because of how dense it is and whatnot, and the grain and all that stuff. But like I said, not a professional. I don't make a living at this. I've never sold any of my bowls yet. But people have been trying to encourage me that. I've had a few people ask me that here on TikTok. And I tell them the same thing. No, I have not sold anything. I've given a lot of stuff away for gifts and so on. Somebody will come over and they'll like a bowl. I go, well, take it. I don't care. Take it. You can have it. And my friends, I just give it to them. You get tired of looking at it after a while. You go, just take it. I've had my fun with it. Now it's yours. So, well, let me get going back on here. I've got a few people. I got 4 people. Well, I appreciate y'all staying in here with me and whatnot. But yeah, my name's Ed. I live in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. But yeah, sounds good. All right, let me get popping on here again. Let me move a little bit. I can get in here, so let me kind of move this out of the way a little bit. Here we go. To the Wild Blue Yogurt. No trays. Tracy Dixon. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. William answered that for me, obviously. Yeah, we've all had something fly off the lathe, but that's the nature of the beast, man. I'm sure every wood turner has had that happen, you know. But you just put it back on. Hopefully, you can salvage it and take out the boo boo that it made on the wood. It which happened to me once, but it turned out to be better because I had to carve it out to get that big old dent out, and then it ended up taking a better shape. So it was a great, happy mistake, you might say. Yeah, they go flying sometimes. Just the way it is. Anyways, it happens. I know it happened to Williams. Happened to me. Like I said, sometimes it works out for the best. I'm getting there. I've got a pretty good. I got to take a little bit more meat out on the inside about in here. Then I've got to kind of smooth my bottom out a little bit inside there. It's kind of ripply. But I got a little bit more meat. I might take out some here, along here. It's pretty good here. I still can take some meat out of here. So let's just go with it. Let's see what we got. Who's here? Let's see. All right. Well, thank you. Somebody says, you have a wonderful day too. Let's turn that off. Well, thank you. I try to spread positivity here. No, we don't need no negativity. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Positivity, we help each other out here. We encourage one another. We learn from one another. We ask questions from one another. You know, we help each other out. That's what we do here. We talk about craftsmanship, different kinds of woods that we use, because I can only tell you what I think about certain woods, or I don't say to stay away from it. I'll just tell you like the leopard wood was tough to turn, and so was the purple heart was tough. Jatoba is great wood. It was a little tough, but man, it finishes out beautiful. So, like I said, I just give you what I think about certain exotic woods that I've used, and I'm going to keep going with different woods. I'm going to try them all if I can afford them, and if the price is right. But I buy a lot of remnants where I go get my exotics. So, appreciate it. Oh yeah, so yes, it's all we're all learning. You know, we got William on here with Jesse, and we're all learning together. You know, and we all kind of do something a little bit different, but yet we all kind of learn from different things. You know, and it stirs up a new idea for our projects. You know, so it's really kind of fun. It's a nice little network that we have going here of people that have the same common interest, you know. And a lot of people don't know they don't want to turn, but they have the interest of watching. We all love watching people play music. If you can't play, we still like watching people play music. So same thing. A lot of people chime in here and watch us do this because they think it's pretty cool to watch, you know, even though they don't have the equipment to do so. And but I encourage you, if you really interested in it, you know, you have a desire for it, buy a little lathe. I just have a small little lathe, a tabletop. Uh, Works for me. I don't have a lot of room, like I've told many times on these lives. I don't have a lot of room in here. I have a double garage, and I got a lot of stuff in here, a lot of tools you wouldn't believe. But yeah, start slow and just add to it as you go. You know, you might need a chuck, some tools, some carving tools. You know, so how you doing, Larry? I don't know who's all here. I got three people. It looks like William's still with me. Um, so yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in. Joey's still here with me, it looks like. And let's see who else. I got to flip back here so I can see who you are. Lawrence is here. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. But I think I'm about ready to call that good in here. I'm trying not to go too far and hit my mount screws because I've had that happen several times. And I don't like four little holes in the inside. That just drives me nuts because I went too far. And there again, I had longer screws before, so I've got a shorter screw to hold my bowl onto the mount. And that seemed to be working out pretty well. I did go too far. One little screw popped out a little bit. So when I'm pre-drilling too, I don't want to go too far on my pre-drill before I put my screw in. So I have to be really careful to get it just right. So I've been learning how not to go too far on these things. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's kind of, it's pretty grainy. Almost looks like a walnut. I'm sorry, excuse me, oak. In a way, it's different. It's definitely a different grain, but I can't wait to try some zebra wood. I'm gonna get some of that. Maybe next time, hopefully. I can find a remnant piece. But we're gonna start sanding the inside here in a minute. A lot of sawdust. Oh, let me take a little break here. Okay, William, no problem. Well, if you what's the coolest thing that I have made as far as bowls go? The one that took the most work, I made a bowl. If you look at one of my 1 minute videos, you'll see it's a bowl with 3 crucifixes, the big one in the middle and the 2 little ones. Obviously, the cross for Christ and the 2 thieves. I made a bowl with 3 crucifixes in it, and the one in the middle is made out of purple heart to represent the blood of Christ, and the other 2 are little small brown ones representing the 2 thieves. So that was the coolest one. I sent that to a foster sister of mine who lives in California, and that was the one that took the most figuring out how am I going to do this, and splicing it together, cutting and splicing and gluing and clamping, and it was quite a process just for the glue up. Carving it out was simple. It's just, so you'll see, if you look back, you'll see it. It's the bowl with the 3 crosses in it. That's the one that took me the most time to glue up and figure it out. Because I had an idea here, I just had to figure out how to do it physically. The easiest thing you have made? I made some rolling pins. I made at least, let me think, 1, 2, 3. I made 3 rolling pins, and the easiest one was probably the walnut. I love walnut. Walnut, you would think it's really hard. I always thought it would be a harder wood, but walnuts, it just cuts like butter. It's so beautiful. It's so easy to work with. So walnut, and I said probably even a rolling pin, you know. The only thing is on the rolling pins, you got, when you make the little indentations for your handles, you got to get them to match up, you know, so they're identical twins. And that's, you just eyeball it, you know, you do the best you can. You get it so close that to the naked eye, you know, it looks pretty darn good, you know. Yeah, so I'm just talking about things I made on the lathe that is easiest and the hardest. So, yeah. Let's get this thing out. Get some sand going on here. Yeah. Appreciate you guys hanging in here with me today. Y'all get ready to go to work, or Are you retired like me? I've been retired for almost 6 years. Retired for 6 years. I never thought I'd ever retire. I did. Yeah. I'm 70 years old. I know I look 30. Now, I make a lot of things. Uh, if you look at some of my videos, I'll do a little 1 minute video of many things that I made. It'll just show different pictures. And if you look at those, you'll see some other things I made. Stuff that I made outside. Various things, you know. You'll even see one video that's not my stuff. It belongs to a friend of mine that makes drums, snare drums. He makes the holes. He puts the hardware on it. And he lives in California. We grew up together. He was a professional drummer. Now he makes drums. It's awesome. And he makes beautiful work out of exotic woods as well. Check that one out with the drums. That's just some of the drums that my buddy has made. They're insane. He just made one out of leopard wood, but I haven't shown that on here yet. Yeah, check them all. Check all my videos out. You'll see things that I made, you know, various things, you know, just stuff, you know, that I have made through several years, not years necessarily, but last couple, 3 years probably, maybe 5. Actually, some of the stuff outside I made about 5 years ago. Yeah, some stuff, gardening things. I made a little arbor for my wife who wanted that, some raised beds and some other things that I made. And you'll see it in our backyard. We have a small backyard and it works for us because we're retired. We don't need anything big. Yeah, check it all out. Check all of my videos out and, you know, let me know what you think. You know, but I've been posting mostly just stuff I made on the lathe lately. My son encouraged me to do this. He goes, Dad, go live and people will watch you. And I go, really? So that's what got me started going live. And then now we have a little network of friends all through the United States that we have the common denominator of wood turning at this point. And of course, the other guys, they make other things too. We all do. But primarily, we all have been working our lathe because we're addicted to our lathe. You know what I mean? Yes, I always make a follow-up 1 minute reveal. I always do that. One time I was sick. I had laryngitis, so I had to put like 4 bowls into 1 minute that I made that I had to catch up on reveals for like 4 bowls because, like I said, I lost my voice for like a week and couldn't talk too well. So that's what happened with that. And but I'll do a reveal with this. You'll see them. It'll pop up, hopefully. And you know, yep, I sure will. Like I said, yeah, I'll do a reveal, Joey. I will do that, man. I do. And I did a reveal this morning of 3 little candle holders that I made out of scrap lumber. That was pieces of a nut bowl I made out of canary wood. You'll see that on here too, a reveal. Canary nut bowl and the mallet I made. And then I had remnants pieces off of all that. And I didn't waste anything. So I made 3 little candle holders that I'm going to give to my daughter-in-law that I made this nut bowl for her birthday a few weeks ago. Yeah, pretty cool. Looks like I got just one person here. Okay, people are popping in, popping out. Skynet. Okay, Cody, how you doing? Joey, are you here? Did you leave me, Joey? Maybe you're here, maybe you're not. I don't know. It says 3 people. People are coming in and coming out. Appreciate you. Yeah. Okay, Joey, good. I'm glad you're here. I was looking for your little round circle thing up there. I don't. It doesn't show everybody on here apparently. It says I only have 2 people. I don't know how that works. Well, I appreciate you're still here, Joey. Joey Tracy. Is it Tracy your last name? No, William haven't come back. He'll probably be back. I'm just gonna start sanding now. I've sanded the outside pretty well. I just gotta start getting some good sandpaper on this, smooth it out, and get it baby butt smooth. That's what I tell my grandkids when we make something. We gotta get it baby butt smooth. They think that's funny. Pretty cool. What's nice about having William on here, if you got questions, you can ask him because he could answer anything that you would ask me, pretty much. Okay, cool. Joey Tracy. Awesome. Yeah, I'm Ed. That's it. Ed from Phoenix, Arizona, and I was born here. I've lived in other places. I lived in East Texas for 17 years. I had an acre of land with a house, and I moved back in 2007. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, I don't think William's not here yet. Yeah, he and I, we've been friends for a while. He'll watch all of my videos. I watch all of his. He goes usually in the evening. Usually he chimes in about 5 o'clock Arizona time. He's 3 hours. He lives in Georgia, so he's 3 hours ahead at this point. Hey, William, back. We were just talking about you, man. They were asking if you were here. So while I'm sanding, William, they got any questions, you can answer those for me because I may not see any questions. So to ask William, he could answer anything pretty much, unless it's personal about myself. But anyway, you all talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna start sanding this. I got it scooped out well enough for me. I'm gonna start doing some sanding. I sanded this yesterday. I'm not sure what kind of finish I'm gonna put on here. We'll see. Either way, it's gonna be nice. I'm liking this wood. It carves out a lot easier than when I bought this stuff. This guy at Woodworker Store, he said it's pretty tough. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. It carves out pretty good. It's a little hard. Nothing like oak. But I would use it again if I get a remnant piece. I can't afford the whole board, man. Shoot, it'd put me in bankruptcy. I'd have to take out a second mortgage to buy a whole board of this stuff. But when I do, I buy a piece about so long, 2-3 feet, whatever. And then I cut it up and I glue it together. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces stacked on each other, glued together to make a bowl. And it ends up being about 3 inches, 3.5, something like that. I forget. 3 1/4. This is 3 1/4 by about 5 inches. 5.5, about 5/8. 5/8. So let's get to sanding. I try my nifty tool here. I haven't tried this yet. I just bought this. William got one, and he said it worked real well. So I have to keep up with William. I'm a professional now. Look here. Yeah, it can get expensive, but every addiction is. Think about it. My wife says, I don't have a husband anymore. I go, yeah, but he's out with his lathe. His girlfriend. That's funny. We have a good time. We get along great. My wife and I, we laugh a lot, She's a good lady. I'll start with this sandpaper first, and I'm going to work with that little new tool and see how it goes. kind of cool. I think it'll work better on a bigger bowl though. It's kind of hard to get in here with that new tool, but I like it. First time I've used it. Let's see what you're all talking about. Yeah, I noticed that. That's what I'm thinking, but I think it's going to work really well if I have a bigger bowl. How about you? What do you think about that, William? Yeah, I do have a lot of bowls. Some of them I don't want to give away, so I'm going to take the ones I want to keep, and then I'll display the ones that a friend comes over, they want it, they can have it. But I got some special ones that I don't want to give away just yet until I get tired of them. But yeah, I think the ones that get the most used at my house is our pencil holders I make. That's another quick gift. Pencil holders. You can glue them up, no time flat. Just use your scrap lumber. Make them about 5 inches tall, by I think about 3.5 inches. Then after you whittle it down, it'll be about 3 inches in diameter or somewhere thereabouts. Then I bore a 2 inch hole in them and finish them out. And those are great gifts too. Pencil holders and those little candle holders are quick and great gifts to people that, like I said, you may have a friend that's not real close, but you want to give them something a little bit, and then there you go, quick and easy, fast and furious. You know. Yeah, I think on a bigger bowl that tool will work just excuse me fantastic. Oops, crash. But yeah, yeah, it's gonna be all right. I'm not sure what kind of finish I'm gonna put on this yet. It's definitely gonna darken up no matter what kind of oil I use, I would imagine. I don't mind that. Absolutely. People love that, you know. So yeah, I got okay. Works good on the outside. I've already sanded this. I didn't try that tool yesterday when I was sanding this. Um, we'll see. I want to learn with it. You know how it is. Every tool you get, you have to learn how to manipulate it. Good. Thank you for telling me that, William. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I've got this down pretty good. The baby butt smooth. I'm just gonna sand this out a little bit, but I'm learning how to turn it so it'll spin. You know how you got to put the pressure on the edge or something. I'll figure it out. You know how it is. We all figure stuff out as we go. I'm okay with this. I'm okay. I know I'm looking forward to putting the finish on this or some kind of oil or whatever it is. I call it finish when you put oil on. That's what I call it. Just finish it out and polish it up. But, let's see. But, I can imagine it's so close to that dead center, and I can only imagine it not working too good. But that's all right, you know. I can imagine. Okay. Shoot, yeah. It's wow. I've been on here for quite a while, but a lot of it just because I stopped and I've been yakking. That's all right. Get to know these people. They're all interested in what we do, William, and gotta find it. I think we're encouraging a lot of people to buy a lathe and get into it. You know, uh, I'm always adding a tool here and there, like yourself, and or a chuck. I've got 3 chucks, and adding more tools as you go, and then carving tools, and then I bought another mounting piece here that I wanted two because I can always have one ready to go. Yeah, because sometimes I'll take it off and I'll do something with it and I'll put it back on. I don't want to have to wait for that to come off. Yeah, I think we started a cult, the lathe cult. Yeah. We're the gurus. Yeah, what the heck? It's a good thing to be a guru too, though. Wow, I'm getting some people to follow me. I appreciate that. Yeah, awesome. I got some new followers. Y'all follow William too, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't. Should have said that. Darn it. Uh, yeah, I want to try to remind myself. Y'all follow Peace and Fire. He turns some crazy good stuff. You'll love it. You love his work. He's awesome. You know, and he lives in Georgia. Yeah, yeah. Watch. Y'all hook up with William. Peace and Fire. Um, yeah, and he goes on live a lot also. More in the evening. I'm more of a morning guy, as you can tell, because I'm up forever. And so you'll catch me in the morning when I do go. I don't do this every day, and I don't probably work on a lathe more than a couple hours at one time. You know. Yeah. So yeah, hook up with William. He's the man to watch for some really crazy, more organic, because he gets stuff raw right out of the forest. I don't have that ability here in the valley, which is the desert. I could go up north probably, but we don't really have hardwoods. You know, we have pine mostly up north. If you go up the mountains, various things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Follow William Peace and Fire. I plugged you, William. I'm going to start plugging you more. I should have done that earlier when there was more people. Excuse me, more people. Uh, I'm surprised Jesse hasn't popped in. Yeah, we'll start plugging. I'll start plugging you and Jesse and whoever else is on here that turns wood or woodworkers. I try to find anybody that does some kind of woodworking that I'd be interested in. I could learn from. You know, some things may not be your forte, but it's sometimes just fun to watch. You know, not a problem. I'm gonna start doing that more. I should have thought about that, but you know how it is. You don't want to live in here too long. Yeah, yeah. I watched him a few days ago. I guess maybe what 2 3 days ago, maybe. Yeah, he's a guy. I know he can't sit still. He just seems like a little guy that that guy that just got to be doing something all the time. He's just a wiry little guy, and I don't know if he's little. I just say that by because I said it. Not that I know how tall. Don't mean anything bad about that, but yeah, yeah. We'll try to. I'll plug you a lot more. You and Jesse for sure, because you guys are the mostly the ones I watch. like I said, I don't even watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube and you guys. I sit on my couch and watching TikTok. Where do I get my wood from? I go to, for my exotic woods, I go to, it's called Woodworker's Source here in Phoenix. I don't know if it's national. I don't know. But that's what this one is. It's not too far. I probably can be there in about 15 minutes. It's just off the I-17 in Phoenix. Uh, there's a car museum, and then just north of that on the access road for the freeway is Woodworker's Source. And they have a bunch of different kinds of exotic woods. And then you go through the double door, go back into the back, which is where they have stacks of lumber like Home Depot would have, all stacked up. Same difference. And so I can get blanks of blocks of wood too to turn on the lathe. One block of wood is solid rather than laminate. I laminated this one because I bought a board that was 12 inches wide by 3/4 inch by, I don't know, maybe 2.5 feet or so. I don't even know. Yeah, he's got a lot of energy, that dude, but he's a lot younger than me. He's probably half the age as I am. I'm 70 years old, man. I turned 70 back in August. And all my kids came out from different states for my 70th birthday, except my oldest son. He didn't make it. But, you focus out on who was there. It was a great time. It was totally a surprise, especially because of the COVID thing. I didn't think they'd come in. It would be able to come in or whatever. But, it costs a lot of money to do that, too. But I had a great time. That was the best time of my life to have all my kids and most of my grandkids there at a birthday party. And I'm not into a surprise birthday party. I just wanted for my 70th birthday to have my kids and grandkids there for my 70th. That's all I wanted. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care about a surprise, but it sure was. My oldest daughter pulled it off. And so now I had a great birthday. My 70th birthday was awesome. Best time of my life when it comes to stuff like that, I'm rocking it, dude. You know what? I'm in good shape for the shape I'm in. You know? Yeah. My oldest daughter that lives here is the one that pulled that whole thing off. And I didn't see it come to pass. I didn't think it was going to come to pass only because of this COVID nonsense, but and then people have my daughters and their husbands. They all have jobs, and my other son, he I didn't know if he was going to make it, but he did, and he brought his fiance. They're getting married, pretty soon, in July. So, long story short. It's all good. It was a great time, and we just had a bunch of food. My oldest sister came over from California with her husband, but her husband now is on hospice, but he was fine then. And but yeah, my wife and I are gonna go next week to California to basically say my goodbyes to Fred, my brother-in-law, which it's like a brother to me, and he's 85, but he's not doing well, but he's alive, and I don't know how much longer I've got with him, so we're going to go over there and visit. Yeah, my kids are obviously spread out. I think I've told you this before. My oldest boy lives in Schenectady, New York. I have twin daughters. One lives in East Texas, and the other one lives an hour away in Bossier, Shreveport. And then my other son lives in the Dallas area, Louisville, actually. And then my other daughter, my oldest daughter, lives here. So yeah, I've got kids spread out. I call them every other week. We always talk, and I do the face thing, where you can see each other and see my grandkids and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, getting back to the lathe, but yeah, I'm sure I like my little Win. Uh, I did order the extension piece to make it longer. It'll and I'm glad I did because I like turning little baseball bats for my grandsons, and I did that. I made like 3 bats, and also you can make a nice rolling pins if you want them. I don't know, rolling pins I only make about 19 inches long or so. Yeah, we all William and I both started on. He was able to get a bigger lathe, but I don't have room for one really, unless I eliminate something in here. But yeah, I recommend a little Win. It rocks. I haven't even had to change a belt yet. I have 2 belts on standby just in case one flies off. But yeah, Win is it's a nice little machine. But you'll find yourself adding to it, different chucks, tools, tail pieces. But you'll learn that as you go and watch these guys on YouTube too. Just sit there and like I've said before, people watch. I just sat and watched people for hours when I got this lathe because I wanted to see what tools they use, different things, and then you find what works for you. At first, I had no clue what carving tool to use at all. I had no idea, so I was using mostly. Where is it at? Mostly, I was using this one the whole time I was carving. Because I didn't know, I thought, oh shoot, seemed like it was working good, but I've learned you can, other tools and how to manipulate them. That's the whole key is how to turn them, and whether it be the wall or the inside or the outside, you have to do it all completely different. But you learn that. It just kind of comes natural after a while. And you will have a hit because it will gouge a little bit because you're going in from a different direction, and also the wood grain changes too. So you just have to learn, but it's always a process. Phil Anderson, I probably have watched him. It's been a while since I watched anything on YouTube, to be honest with you, when it comes to woodworking. But I do have a lot more things I'd like to ask and learn, just questions, things that we'll figure it out. Okay, Joey, I'll see you in a bit. NH Woodworker, what's up? I'm just here yakking about stuff. Kitten, how you doing, Kitten? You're still here. But William's here. You see William here. He's here. Joey's here, and all kinds of people. Well, let me, I'm still sanding a little bit. It's not bad. Pretty good wood. I'd use it again. I can't wait to see some kind of oil on it or wax. Excuse me. Let's get sanding a little bit. And you guys talk amongst yourself. If you got any questions, ask William because I may not be able to see what you guys are talking about. And follow William if you haven't already. Peace and Fire. He does awesome work. I love it. Well, 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 what you all talking about? I'm a turning the bowl. Get over there. Get over there. Hey, William, you there? I'm kind of in a dilemma on what to put on here as far as oil or maybe some polyurethane. Thinking about polyurethane, make it really shiny, but I don't know. I'm kind of at a crossroads with that. What do you think? Well, we're good. It's kind of a dark wood. It's almost like a dark oak, if you want to kind of explain it. It's similar to grain. It's different. I like it. What do you think? What should I put on here? What kind of oil? I got, where's that Danish? I got wax, and I just got the mineral oil. And of course, I got polyurethane. Excuse me. You think polyurethane would be good? Is that what you said? Yeah, I'm thinking about going poly on it. The last few bowls I did wax and oils and stuff on it. They turned out nice. Good. I'm going with poly. Good choice. I just use a little paper towel on it. It seems to work. I usually use cloth on it, but poly. I don't. I don't waste my rags. Here's what I use. This is the. I love this stuff for polyurethane. The mini wax. I didn't like the Varthane. I didn't care for as much as I do the mini wax. You can see it's clear gloss. I like this better than the Varthane. My opinion. I do have some of that. This is a little thicker, but it's good. Don't get me wrong. But for me, I like the mini wax polyurethane. So that's what I use. Usually I put several coats on it, so I'll put one coat on it and later it dries pretty quick. I hope this is not one of those woods that have oil in it because I did test it. We'll find out. If it stays tacky, this poly a long time on some of these exotic woods, that means there's a lot of oil in the wood. I had that problem with Padauk. You don't want to use poly on it. And there was one other, rosewood, another wood that you don't want to put polyurethane on because it has an oil base. You want to use a, what do they call it, the lacquer with oil base. And that'll dry quicker, and it takes really well to a wood that has oil in it. So I learned, you know how it is. Thank you. Appreciate it, bud. Bowl came out nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Here it goes. Yeah, I'll put probably 3 coats maybe. I like it when it gets all pretty and shiny, and sure protects the wood too. I'll do several coats because this will soak up pretty easily, especially at the end grain. Yeah, this is a different kind of wood. Shedua, Shedua. Shedua. Yeah, Shedua. That's how you spell it. Can't say I'm pronouncing it correctly. Sometimes when I'm doing this polyurethane, it kind of gets a little bumpy. I take some steel wool and spin it, take that bump, and then put another coat on it. So you put a little real fine steel wool and just gently kind of take the little bumps off, and you'll just feel it. It won't be too bad. It just smooths it back out. A little steel wool. In the beginning, I was using a lot of polyurethane on it, and all my bowls. Everybody's asked me how I got a high shine, and that was the key. It was this mini wax polyurethane is what I was using, and I like it. But, what do you think? Oh wow. What can you put on sheets of plywood to make it waterproof? Well, I don't really have an answer for that because I'm not hip on that waterproof. Uh, I know they make a treated plywood. I do know that. Um, it doesn't necessarily make it waterproof. It'll keep it from termites and rotting from water. But we got to remember, it's plywood. It will separate if it gets too wet, I think. So you have to be careful with that. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I would Google that. Maybe you can ask somebody that works in these places that sell that stuff. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. William, what do you think? What can you put on plywood to make it waterproof? I don't have an answer for that at all. Because in Phoenix, we don't get much water. So we don't have the rain like you guys back here back east, whatnot. Water seal, yeah, didn't think about that. Water sealer might definitely help. It's probably not going to be, last forever, but it probably make it last longer. You're right. Good call, William. I didn't even think about that. What do you think? What do you think? It's got a first coat. I'll just put more coats on it. It's pretty. I just love wood. It's one of a kind. There's not another one on the planet like this. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good call, William. I don't know what I was even thinking. But like I said, in Arizona, now in East Texas, they use a lot of Thompson water sealer. I do remember on decks and whatnot, especially your decks. I do know that. Because everybody's got a deck out there and of some kind, and they usually use that stuff. But now they got that composite wood that they're using, and that stuff will last forever for decks. The composite, that's some pretty awesome stuff. I don't know if it has a lot of expansion and contraction on that kind of composite wood or not. I'm not familiar for sure about that. I imagine everything expands and contracts a little bit, but the wood absorbs moisture. That's what happens. And that's why you get expansion and contraction with that. So it sucks up water, then it dries out, and then it goes, you know how it is. Well, thank you, Lawrence. Appreciate it, buddy. Oh, golly. My wife should be getting up pretty soon. She usually gets up 5:30. I've been up since 1:30 in the morning in Arizona, and I will probably take a geyser nap later on. Yeah, very good. Yeah, Thompson water heater. Yeah, William lives in Georgia, so they use a lot of that stuff out there. Yeah, I'm back in Arizona in my little desert realm, and I forget about stuff like that. In East Texas, like I said, when I lived there for 17 years, yeah, Thompson water sealer, they use that stuff a lot. Oh. It's a good day. I think maybe later. I showed this to William yesterday. This is 4 little triangles of wood glued together. Then I glued the 2 together. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of little triangle pieces. And this is canary wood. And I might do a little bit later, come out here and make another little, those little teacup candle, they call them, I think. And make another little holder. I think it'd be kind of pretty. You know, just scrap lumber I keep, glue it together, make something out of it. You know, I only have enough for 1. I don't have enough for 2. I could have made shorter ones, but I thought I'd make a tall one. I think it'd be kind of cool. There it is. But, yeah. If it blows apart, it does. If it don't, well, then we're good. We have a candle holder. Kind of cute. I wished I had enough to make 2 more, like, you know, tall one, 2 little ones, like I did the other one. But, yeah, I'll probably do it on live. I might do it a little bit later. I'm not sure yet. I got to go in there in a little bit and talk to the wife in the morning. We like to sit. Maybe I might have another cup of coffee because I had one at 1:30 in the morning. And I'll have a little cup of coffee with my wife, and we'll sit and chitty chat. Might go and have to do a little water in the garden, and then come back out here. I might spin this a little bit later. But I got this on here drying, so I'll have to take it off and set it aside so I can put it on and off. But I got to wait till it dries, and it dries pretty quick, this polyurethane. Okay, William, have an awesome day, dude. Appreciate you chiming in, man. God bless y'all. God bless America. God bless all of you guys that chimed in and chimed out. I really appreciate it. But I think I'm going to shut it down because I'm going to probably go make some coffee for my wife. She'll be up shortly. Okay? There again, appreciate every one of you. Thank you for the new follows and whatnot. I will talk to you soon. God bless America. Pray for our country. We need it.